right, while I'm playing the how few little amount of clothing can I wear and still not get fired from work in this heat and humidity game, let me know if you're playing the game as well. Let's see. When do you expect this heat wave to end, or at least return to the lower 80s? Sincerely, an exhausted gardener in Western Mass. Yeah, this is lousy. And let me tell you what's going on. Who remembers this video that I made, like, at the end of the winter or early spring?
Handy dandy graphs. So what I'm seeing here is deviations from normal for temperature for La Nina, neutral conditions, and El Nino.
This was an anticipation of moving from our El Nino through neutral conditions to a La Nina summer, but that's been delayed a little bit. To the Climate Prediction Center, and so neutral conditions are present. La Nina favor developed during the July to September area during the 65% chance of that, persisting to the northern hemisphere winter, 85% chance of seeing it during the winter. Don't ask me yet what winter's going to be. Let's deal with what we've got in place right now. So remember that when we look at the average sea surface temperatures on the eastern side of that Pacific for El Nino or La Nina, if they're within a half a degree plus or minus of where they should be, that's neutral, La Nada, some people call it, and I think that's a great name for it. So we've moved out of El Nino, and we're currently sitting in that La Nada phase. So we're hovering somewhere right around here, and so it is going to go down. It is going to go, what we're looking at as being a La Nina, not just like a strong negative neutral or anything, but truly going to La Nina. But during the wintertime, October, November, December, let's see, November, December, January, right? We're looking at wintertime. So what that means is rather than a La Nina peak of the summer, we're looking at more neutral summer. And neutral summers give us the hottest ones of all.
Eastern seaboard, we're looking cooler than normal, along with in the southwest, along the west coast, and specifically the Pacific Northwest.
This
Otherwise,
isn't
central
us.
United States and the northern plains are warmer than normal.
Look at that. And we talk about how similar that looks to what's going on right now. Now, I don't want to do a deep dive right now into like the nationwide ramifications. Let's just focus on New England. But we know that the El Nino summers that we had, and that one before, was the wet, the much cooler than it should be. That's what we experienced last year. A La Nina summer is one that's a little bit cooler, but not like the other one. But when we get these record heats, when we get the humidity, when we get these killer conditions, it's during neutral years, and we are smack dab in neutral. So if you want to know how long this is going to last, we've got to wait for some large-scale pattern shifts, like for these sea surface temperatures to drop for us to really fall into La Nina. Otherwise, it's just going to be summer. Experts out there are forecasting July to be within the top 4 hottest on record, and for August to be the hottest on record. And that takes into account a lot more than just these ENSO conditions, this El Nino and La Nina as well. You have to remember that ever since that volcanic eruption, the Hunga Tonga volcano that exploded there and sent all the water vapor into the stratosphere, which is a greenhouse gas, it's warmed the planet tremendously. Plus, like it or not, there's just good old-fashioned climate change things going on. It's just warm. It's warmer now than it has been. And not like ever, but like in our lifetime, it's hot. So there's a lot of things that are causing it. There's a lot of reasons behind it, but there you go. That's what's happening. So for everyone who did not want a repeat of last summer, luckily for you, we're not going to get it. But unfortunately, it looks like this heat and humidity is here to stick around for a reasonable amount of time. We will get some breaks. I will let you know when those are coming, but it's not looking great. Buckle down, everybody.